Hi, and welcome to Good Cup of Joe, episode 3. Today, we're going to be talking about random things.
All right, welcome back, everybody. All right, so first topic for today is going to be vaccinating your children. Now, a lot of people believe vaccinating your children causes autism and various other conditions. And now here's Pablo to first speak out with the topic here.
So, what is the topic?
Vaccines in children.
Just anti-vaxxers?
Yeah, anti-vaxxers.
Anti-vaxxers, like, why?
I think it's not a good thing to do. Because, you might have your beliefs about vaccines, but at the end of the day, most people do vaccinate their kids. And if your kids are one of the only ones that aren't vaccinated, that could really, really be bad.
That's true. You know, if I've seen some memes on Instagram, and they're just like, you sneeze on them and like dead. You know, that's not good. You should really vaccinate your children. You know, I think, you know, if we find an immunization to something, you should really take advantage of it because they're there for a reason.
Yeah, you could be living like 300 years ago.
Yeah.
Less vaccines.
Yeah, the age limit was like 30.
Yeah, you
way
don't
back
live as
when.
long. Now, we found a way to live longer. Well, to avoid a lot of diseases.
Yeah, what do you think, Brian?
Well, I think, parents should vaccinate their children. There's, I don't know if you've ever heard of Penn and Teller.
No, I haven't.
They're two magicians, famously known for like shooting a bullet at each other and catching it in their mouth. Like that was like their signature. Yeah,
Wait,
they shot
what?
at each other. They'd like stand apart from each other like a cowboy standoff, and
That doesn't sound real.
well, and then he would
How do you catch it with your mouth?
Pablo, that's obviously the point. Like it's a magic trick. They're not gonna tell you how they do it.
And it's not a magic trick. They just had a bullet in their mouth.
Pablo, this is you're just discrediting magicians altogether. Like it's just this entire like.
But if you shoot a gun, it's going hundreds of miles per hour.
It's a combination of
like you can't even see the bullet. How are you gonna catch it?
And you're like being deceived. The sleight of hand, like that's what magic
but,
is.
But why do people believe that they caught a bullet in their mouth?
Cause Pablo, it's magic. That's the whole aesthetic. That's what they're
It's not
selling.
magic.
I know, Pablo. I know it's not magic.
Yeah, so what about them, man?
Anyways,
Yeah, wait. We're talking about anti-vax.
What I was trying to say is that they did like this comedic skit where they had a bunch of like the bowling ball pins.
Mm-hmm.
They had them lined up in two separate like groups, and one of them had like a wall that was just see through. It was like a window. Yeah, like it was just like a window covering it, and then the other pile had nothing.
See through.
And so they would throw a bunch of like soft little like balls at it, and a lot of them wouldn't go through if you had vaccinated your children. You know, like then the pins don't fall. But like one little thing, he's like, oh, this is I don't know, disease number 1. He throws it at the pile with the window, and then he throws it at the pile with no window, and like a bunch of the pins fall. It's just like sort of displaying how detrimental it is to you not vaccinating your children, because it can lead to so many horrific things, and it just like spreads this idea of that they'll be caught with more diseases, more than the ones that they thought caused like the disease if you got the vaccine.
No. Their thing isn't that you'll get the disease with the vaccine. They just don't want to vaccinate their kids because they say that vaccines causes like autism or other like
It causes children
conditions
to
and
just
stuff
be
like that.
afraid and apparently traumatized, and that's not good for their mental health.
It's not that they're scared. They're like, oh, it's not gonna help with the diseases. It's more of there's side effects to getting your kids vaccinated.
Of the catastrophic side effects that come with vaccines, which are myths.
Yeah, but they're continuously being disproven. Why don't they just agree with it?
You know, people have their strong beliefs. You know, they don't want to be saying that they're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So now we're gonna talk about conchas. Now, Brian, you told me you had this idea, and like about conchas and ASMR, and that's just Mexican bread.
It's like Mexican sweet bread. right?
getting crunched
it's
into the
really-
microphone.
Still bread.
What what do you think
Okay,
about
see,
that?
so my buddy Pablo over here says it just can't be marketed. It says because there's no, like, people go to ASMR for the audio, not the video.
I'm saying it's not a good like startup video.
I'm saying that once you have all like the public attention, and you could bring it, you could bring it to be marketable.
You can do whatever you want once you have the public's attention.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. You can sell a Concha ASMR video. You know, you'll be eating the Concha next to you, and you'll hear the ASMR of eating bread. Like that. That's what more can you get? There's a combination.
But is there a difference between eating a Concha and eating a normal any other bread, like audio wise?
Okay, see, you're not trying to pay attention to the background. Like there's
And you're not
art,
you're
there's
not
deeper
focusing on
meaning.
what ASMR is.
Yes, I am.
It's audio sensory.
Well, that's exactly what you're still gonna sell. You're still selling
You're not
the audio
selling.
of
You're
eating
selling
bread,
the video with
I'll
audio.
yes,
not audio with video.
which is what
You know
makes
what I mean?
ASMR
No,
more of an
it's
aesthetic.
not. No, it doesn't. People listen to ASMR. Don't watch it.
Then
You know what I mean?
why do people already make the videos for it?
Because
there's
you're already
'cause there's
uploading.
this aesthetic to it.
No, it's because you're uploading. That's the only way to record. So
I like
people know.
watching wet foams getting crushed, and that's kind of ASMR with video.
It's like surprisingly satisfying. And
Surprisingly
stuff like
satisfying. That's
Yeah,
another
okay.
topic.
Well, see, there
It's
you
like
go.
the
How
same
does
thing.
that not go
But those
in
are
hand?
two things. What eating isn't satisfying.
It's a mixture of both.
Well,
There's
eating
a
isn't
compromise here,
satisfying.
Pablo.
It's more
This
of
is
a
the product
pain.
I want to produce.
Okay,
It's the
but like,
audio
what I'm
and
saying
the
is,
video.
you can't tell me I'm wrong saying that it's not that marketable because the videos that are up have at most a couple thousand views.
That's because they don't have.
What
Yeah.
they literally do whatever you said they were gonna do, that you were gonna do.
We're just
And
gonna
what-
do it a better way.
It's exactly what
I'm
We're-
trying to
that's
challenge
what I'm
you.
saying.
I'm trying to challenge.
We're
you.
gonna get a creative way of doing it. Look out for that video soon. Maybe in the next month.
Or-
Do a Concha
or
ASMR or 3. Don't
Yeah.
count on the next one.
Yeah, don't
Anyway, so next topic's gonna be, well, it's more of a question, and we can start with
Whoa,
Brian
whoa,
here. Have you ever taken a dump at school? And if not, is it because you're afraid?
I don't know. I don't
do
really
you mean
have
you
a
don't know?
recollection of memories of me going to.
I mean, you do
Take
like
a
5
dump
times a
at
day.
school.
So.
Okay, but you really think I remember all of those?
Exactly.
No.
So you think you did go? To
I
that
probably did. I just
Okay.
didn't care.
Okay, that's your answer.
I just put toilet paper on the seat. There you go. What's so
Okay.
hard about it?
school?
Are you afraid of the
I'm not
what
afraid. No.
with the reactions you'd get if someone was there?
No.
Then?
Well, at least me in high school, my fucking bathrooms are horrible. So that was one thing. I would never go to a bathroom there. Yeah, dude, they were like really small stalls, and they were like old and shit. And it was an open bathroom. There's no door to the main bathroom at all. You just walk in.
taking a shit.
Yeah, people are just outside. They could hear it.
It's like that one video like that. It's like, oh, like they're fighting in the restroom, and then some guy's like, oh, he's taking a shit.
Basically, that could happen like at lunch in high school. That could have happened, and most of the time, like people would like rush into the bathroom as groups and stuff like that.
It's a
Yeah,
little
it'd be
weird.
really uncomfortable.
You,
Yeah.
Carl?
Me personally, I don't like in high school. I never took a dump like in the school bathrooms,
I was about
and
to say you never took a dump.
That's a
yeah,
problem.
and
That's a
then
problem.
and the only reason would be because the exact same thing that you'd see in videos online were like, oh, is he taking a shit, huh? Is he taking a shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like people at my school weren't very respectful about people taking a dump in the school bathroom, and I've been a witness where like I go and use the restroom,
and you
and
made fun
then-
of people.
no, some kid was taking a dump, and then like these I guess these thug kids, right? These kids that seem like they don't care. They got like, paint on their backpack, like this kind of kids that stuff papers in their backpack without even caring. These kids are in jail now. They'd always be like, "Damn, you taking a shit, man? You taking a shit? Damn, man, shit stink." And I'd be like, damn, dude, I don't want to be that kind of guy. I don't want to be in the position where I'm taking a shit
And someone just made fun of you.
someone made fun of you. Like, damn, man, I'm just taking a shit,
Go,
you know?
gotta go.
Yeah, but then I realized like once I came to like university, no one really gives a shit. Like no one really cares if you're taking it down to like, damn, do your thing, man. Like, cause,
Yeah, that's
'cause
how
everybody
Brian here-
knows.
That's how Brian here met his like one of his closest friends.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro.
Oh yeah, Raul.
No, you don't know what I'm talking about.
So if you want me to
They
elaborate,
made eye contact through the
can.
stall.
No, all right. Look, relax. That's a little weird. Would not do that. Do not look at people in stalls, kids. Not through the little peeps. No, nothing. It's just no contact. But in college, in our dorm rooms, freshman year, I just go to the restroom, right? Like this is my thing. Take a number 2, and then one of the hallmates would also take a number 2, like around the same periods as we did.
What?
I don't know. It wasn't
You
like
have time,
scheduled.
boobs?
Like they were just so.
What?
There was some coincidental event. Like coincidental
He was just
times
there
that
at the same
time
time as
overlaps.
you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And one time I farted, and then he started laughing, and I was like, "What?" Like I was like, maybe he looked at something on his phone.
Are you taking a shit, man?
No. He started laughing. I was like, "What's so funny?" He's like, "Oh, nothing. Something on my phone." I'm like, "You're lying. You laughed at my fart, huh?" And then he's like, "Yeah." And yeah, I guess we sort of just became friends over taking dumps. You know, you never know. You just make friends everywhere.
That's nice. See, so don't be afraid to take dumps in public restrooms. You
Might
can
make
make friends. And no, don't be ashamed. You know, you're not in high school.
I mean, everyone goes to the bathroom, so.
Yeah. So you go take that poop. Now another thing I wanted to talk about was medical wait times, and how
They're horrible.
they're just bad. You know, if I wanted to go to the doctors,
No.
and I guess like if I had a lower end insurance that was, I guess, like one provided by the government that's like free, like Medicaid. I think is that what it's called? Medicaid? Medicaid's for older people?
Yeah.
Medi-Cal? Oh, one of those, right? One provided by the
It
government.
depends on,
I guess the wait times are pretty bad. If you wanted to go to the doctor, you would have to wait about a week or two. If you're in the emergency room, even in the emergency room, you have to wait to
It's not
get.
an emergency.
Yeah, you still have to wait for other people to have an emergency. Like I watched Everybody Hates Chris, and there's this one time where Chris gets like, I don't know what happens to him, but they go to the ER. I don't know. They were doing the hot sauce challenge. So Tanya, the little girl, ate or drank a hot sauce milkshake with strawberries, and so they went to the ER. At the ER, their mom was getting really anxious to go, so then she asked the person in front of them if they can cut, and the guy in front of them like recently got shot in the shoulder, and then he's like, "No, you can't cut. I got shot." And anyway, so wait times are horrible.
Yeah, they are. I mean, years ago, like, somewhere around almost 10 years ago, I had appendicitis. And so I had it was on a Sunday. That's when I started feeling symptoms, but I still went to school on Monday. Horrible idea. Left halfway through the day. Went to hospital. It was like noon. And I stayed there until, I was in the emergency room for like 3 hours, even though I had appendicitis. My appendix was on the verge of like popping
and killing you.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
And I was there for like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, just in the waiting room for the emergency room.
ER. Wow.
And then I got put into the ER, and at the ER I waited till like 1 a.m. to get surgery. And yeah, once I got surgery, I had already like kind of bursted.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it could have gotten even worse. And because of that, I had to spend a whole week in the hospital. So
wow, so it cost them even more.
Yeah.
But it's not like you can blame the staff. Like there's just not.
It's not the
doctors.
staff. Yeah, exactly. But
regardless of
it's
your insurance,
the system. No,
yeah,
it's the system.
exactly. And it's just it's not. It's not like it's.
No, it's not insurance. It's more just the system.
So you're saying a more private more expensive insurance wouldn't have gotten you there.
No, well,
sooner?
the insurance, no, the insurance wouldn't matter. It's more of
More the status
where you end
hold.
up going, what hospital you end up going to. That's messed up. Because I mean, there's private hospitals, there's everything, which you would get service way more because less people go.
Because it's more expensive.
Yeah, but
And I mean, it also depends on the status you have. I guess, yeah, your socioeconomic status. Like if the president got hurt or something, they're gonna go to a private hospital. You know, if somebody from Congress needs something, they're gonna go to a private hospital. So I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it is how much you make, but then insurance, it's not because you don't pay for it up front either. Like that's what insurance is for. But yeah, you need to have insurance right now.
Oh yeah, it's illegal if you don't.
Yeah, you get charged a lot of money.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, you get charged on your taxes, and you don't want that.
Oh, that
it's
sucks.
Like $2,000. It's around that.
So next would be last weekend. 21 Savage got arrested by immigration services.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago, huh?
Yeah, he spent like 10 days locked up.
Well, yeah, that.
Where? In a prison?
In a detention center.
In a detention center. In an immigration detention center. Like all those kids that are locked up right now, or were at one point a lot of kids.
Yeah. So talk about a bamboozle. I mean, he's.
Oh yeah,
he's from the UK.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah. 421. I heard he's out though.
Yeah,
he's out. I think Jay-Z contributed towards a lawyer for him.
Yeah, because he's got so much money. You know, he was able to take his son with him. Like, not everyone gets to do that.
What do you mean?
It's because he has so much money.
What do you mean?
He took his son with him.
What do you mean?
Back to the UK.
I'm talking about Jay-Z.
Oh, he's talking about Jay-Z.
Talking about Jay-Z?
He said Jay-Z helped.
Oh,
I thought that's where you were coming from.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Jay-Z
I'm
has a lot of money.
Because someone was willing to help because it's so rich.
Well, it's because he had the time.
What do you mean he had the time?
Because, I mean, I guess not everyone has the money, but what do you mean by
like
they'll let you take your kids?
No.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Well, he can afford to take his kid.
It's not crazy expensive, especially if you're gonna get kicked out of the country. It's like might as well take your kids. And he's not out yet.
What the hell?
He's not out of the country.
What's that for, man?
He's not out of the country yet.
What do you mean? I thought the news, or like whatever was following him, is just he said he spent 10 days over there with his son.
No,
in the UK.
He spent 10 days in the detention center here in the U.S.
Yeah,
he just got out like yesterday.
He's still in the U.S.
He has to be in the U.S. He's still going to court and everything. They're fighting it because he does have a kid, so he doesn't have to leave because that would help him with canceling the deportation.
Yeah, support 21. Next is gonna be fashion in the sock shoe industry.
Sock shoe?
So like Balenciaga.
So like Balenciaga socks
or any
sock
type
shoe,
of like
any type.
Like Nike's Flyknit and stuff like that.
The more of the Balenciaga style.
So that style, like that
style.
specific style, not the fit.
Kind of like the.
Did anybody know that Fila actually made their own?
They may have their own. Yes,
they have their own sock shoe, and they look really good too.
Are these like an NMD type of style?
No. Kinda. It's more like my NMDs, and I think yours are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tighter fitting and they expand. Yes, but this is a whole different like style to it. This is more of a like actual sock. It doesn't flex as much. I mean, I see the aesthetic. I see why people would like them. But me personally, I don't think I'd wear them.
Because it's still just a sock.
It's not a sock.
It's a sock shoe.
It's a shoe.
Yeah,
it's more a durable sock.
Well, it's a better shoe.
Compare it to that.
It's still a nice shoe, and I'm 100% sure it's pretty durable. But I see the fashion and everything. I just don't like. Honestly, I'm a 12. I'm a size 12, and I don't think that'd look good in big sizes.
Oh, okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I really like them. I'd want to buy some.
It just,
but not for the $770
no,
price
no.
tag that's
Oh,
on
no.
Balenciaga.
Get those
it,
feelers.
it just kind of looks like a sock, and then they duct taped on the bottom the foam for a
See,
shoe.
that's fashion,
No,
dude.
you
It's
see-
something new.
You see, you don't understand fashion.
No, I don't know. It just looks like I'm just saying it looks like a regular sock with
I mean,
the bottom, the sole.
That's
like
what they're
the
going
wait,
for,
foot
man.
Are
shoe.
you missing socks? You should get a pair.
Oh yeah, dude, you haven't changed your socks since the last podcast,
What are
man.
you talking about? God, I changed my socks this morning.
Hashtag Brian doesn't change his socks.
Let's get some socks for Brian. Donate to Brian's Venmo. It's what's your Venmo?
I don't recall.
I mean,
I don't want to look it up.
GoFundMe in the link in the
yeah,
description.
we'll make him go fund me.
Sure.
Story about how he lost his socks.
I didn't lose my socks. I just
Then why do you have
I
less
don't-
socks?
Okay, so I guess the last topic we'll talk about is Tesla. So I mentioned Pablo about Teslas and how they have automatic braking and all those cool features they
Just
have,
the whole
like
autopilot.
the whole auto thing of the Tesla. Personally, I think the Teslas are worth it for what they can offer at a price tag. I don't know about the higher end ones that are over 100,000, but the lower end ones, like a Model C with the right kind of software, I think that's a good car, because it can save your life, and that's better, honestly. Paying a couple thousand just to ensure that your life is a little better, and that you don't die, and then like
Yeah.
I don't know, you just don't spend that much at the hospital or anything.
Yeah, I mean their lowest, their Model 3 with the autopilot.
Oh, Model 3, my bad. I said Model D.
The Model 3 with autopilot, which is the highest end of the Model 3, not highest like range and stuff, but just highest end with all the features. It's around 60K,
Yeah.
which I mean, it still catches people's eyes if that's what you're aiming for.
0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds.
Yeah. Have you seen the Roadster? The Roadster is
0 to 60?
in 1.9.
1.9 seconds.
So it's
That's
the
faster than a
fastest car.
cheetah.
It's the fastest production car.
Wow, that is really fast.
Yeah, but it's like $250,000. It's
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's the one they sent up to space. But no, well that's the original Roadster, the second version of the Roadster. But yeah, Teslas are just amazing vehicles overall.
I agree.
Yeah. Anyways, well, I think we're gonna close it off with this episode. It's gonna cut a little short. A slight turn of events happened, but that's okay. We'll come back next week.
Bye.